All right, our next one, our number fourth one is the molecule, right? AlF3, right? Breaks up into aluminum and fluorine, right? So what we need to do is we need to balance the equation out, or at least first figure out if it's even balanced, right? Sometimes equations will be automatically balanced for you. Okay, obviously this week I'm not going to do that. So I need to list down how many of each one I have. Remember, as I said in the example, whenever you see something that you're like, is that an I or is that an L or lowercase l, 95% of the time it's a lowercase l. Okay, so that's aluminum, Al, and then F, right? So we have again Al and F. So right now what we're starting with is something, all the basic stuff is just two atoms on both sides, right? It does get a little bit more difficult. Like number 5, there's a few more that makes it a little bit more challenging. That's the reason why the T-chart is really, really helpful instead of trying to do it in your head. So aluminum, we have 1, right? Because AlF3, so remember when there's no number after it, that means there's 1. F, there's 3. This side aluminum is 1, and F2, that's 2, right? So now when I look at this, I can clearly see that my aluminums are good, but my fluorines are not, right? So it's 3 and a 2. Now what's tricky about this problem is that when I try to do 2 and 3, right, I can't just simply just do a multiplying and go 2 gets into 3. I can multiply this by 1.5, but I can't have 1.5 molecules of something, right? I have to have a whole number. So this is where kind of like that math of, what is it? Is it least common multiple or greatest common factor? I forgot which one. I think it's least common multiple, right? What numbers do 2 and 3 share that you can multiply to really, really easily? And that answer would be 6, right? So 2 and 3, they both can get to 6, right? If I just multiply this by 3, oh, I forgot to do this first, right? Putting your things around it so that way you know that you can't change those, right? So I know that if I put a 3 here, I can get this F2 to get to a 6 because I know that I can get this F3 to a 6 too, right? By putting a 2 over here, right? So now that becomes a 6. My F's are balanced. Now here's the thing though. When I put a 2 right here, I don't just multiply everything inside this box by only F. I also have to multiply 2 by what's in there for aluminum. So I kind of mess up my aluminums over here, right? So now instead of them being equal, it's okay. It's now not balanced. But here's the thing. I've got aluminum on the product side, which is easy for me to fix from 2 to a 1, right? So I just need to make this into a 2. So I just multiply this by 2. And there you go, right? So now I've got 2, 2, 6, 6. I'm good. So my answer now becomes over here, right? 2 of these molecules, 2 atoms of this, and 3 molecules of F2. And then I would just screenshot my T-chart and put that into here. Okay? All right, let's move on.